What's up guys, it's Chris Majestic here of Majestex. So it's been about 8 months since I reviewed the Ring Doorbell Pro, and even longer since I reviewed the original Ring Doorbell, and they have made some changes, so I want to go over some of those changes today, so stay tuned. So if you haven't already, go ahead and check out my reviews on both the Ring Doorbell and the Doorbell Pro so you can find detailed information out on both of those doorbells. But today I want to actually talk about some of the differences between them now and some of the updates that have been made just to compare them if you're interested in buying them. So I originally started out with the original Ring Doorbell and I didn't have any major issues with it. The main issues I had was related to motion because it picked up a lot of trucks and cars out on the street. It does still pick up a lot of trucks on the street, but it has gotten slightly better. And sometime last year they released live view for the original Ring Doorbell. So before you couldn't view a live video feed, that was fixed last year, so you can view a live feed wired or on battery. And Ring has actually released a new version of their original video doorbell that has slightly better video quality, and they make it a little bit easier for you to remove it off the wall if you need to recharge it. So that's really nice as well. Now, if you saw my review on the Doorbell Pro, I did have some concerns about it and I ended up returning it and going back to my original doorbell. Well, recently my original doorbell lost audio, so there was no audio coming out of the speaker, so people couldn't hear me when they would come to my door. This prompted me to go buy the Doorbell Pro again and give it another shot. So I've actually reinstalled my Doorbell Pro and I've had it up for a few days, and they have actually addressed most of the concerns that I brought up in my original review. So one of the issues I had was that my mechanical doorbell chime was acting kind of weird. It wasn't actually doing a full ding dong. It was like it wasn't getting enough power. That seems to have been fixed. Once I connected the signal booster to my doorbell chime, it fixed that issue. So it actually does do a ding dong now. Now, even though it actually does work, it still does have that 5-second delay. And that delay has been reported by pretty much everybody who has the Doorbell Pro. So I guess that's just something you have to live with. However, it does send a notification to your phone fairly quickly. Within a couple seconds, I get the notification on my phone as soon as somebody hits my doorbell. And then a couple seconds later, my doorbell actually rings. So another one of my concerns with the Doorbell Pro was the field of view. It didn't have as wide of an angle as the original doorbell, and they sort of addressed this by actually not cropping the video as much. So if you take a look at both of these video feeds, you can see the video from last year when I reviewed the Ring Pro that it actually had the video cropped a little bit. The angle wasn't as wide. And this is a video that was taken a few days ago, and as you can see, it's almost as wide as the original doorbell, even though the original doorbell is a little bit wider. So it falls somewhere in between now. So that definitely helps. And another thing I brought up in my original review of the Doorbell Pro was some concerns I had about night vision. And in my review, I said that this was a matter of preference. So the night vision itself is actually pretty good. I can see all the way across the street to my neighbor's house, but you lose a lot of clarity. So instead of you having 1080p or even 720p video, it looks more like somewhere around 480p, maybe even less in some cases. It's almost like the lens is out of focus, but it's not really a major issue considering that you're only really going to use it for right in front of your door or just maybe a little bit of your lawn or something like that. And the multi-zone motion detection has actually improved a little bit more with this as well. So unlike the original Ring Doorbell, with the Doorbell Pro, you can actually set up zones, and with those zones, you can just detect motion in a certain area instead of getting a lot of false alarms from cars or other things. That is still working really well, and they've tweaked it even more to work even better now. So that's definitely a plus for the Ring Doorbell Pro. Now, I get this question asked a lot. People ask me which one do I prefer, and that's really going to depend on whether or not you have wires outside at your doorbell. If you currently have wires, then I would recommend the Doorbell Pro now that they've addressed most of my concerns. Now, if you don't have wires outside, then the original Ring Doorbell works just fine. I've actually recommended that to a few people recently and they love it. But both of these devices are really nice. As far as doorbells go, these are pretty much the best that are out there right now. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully I answered any questions you may have had. If you got any other questions or comments, go ahead and post in the comment section. I'll respond to your comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.